guys, so I'm finally here to do a book haul of all the books I've bought or received for the year of 2023 so far. I have been putting off this haul for so long because I just didn't have enough books to warrant a haul, which is a good thing because I used to do monthly book hauls when I used to buy a lot more, so I've definitely culled my spending and how many things I acquire in my life, which is really good. I had Rare where I filmed my whole haul for Rare and all the signing stuff, and eventually I was like, I'm gonna film this video, and I've been planning to do it for like 3 months, but I have just not. But it's the end of August. I have 8 months worth of books to haul and I only have 34 books. I've done incredibly well to have bought the amount that I have, but also just like it isn't a crazy amount, and like yes, I've only read a couple of them, but they're all books that I really want to read soon enough. But I'm excited to get into this haul because, as I said, like I've done really well. So in January I bought 6 books, and I think that's the most books I've bought in a month this year. Like still not a bad amount, but I definitely was like doing a lot better in the middle of the year there. So I have King of Wrath by Anna Huang, so obviously a rare purchase, and I have read this one and I did really enjoy this. Twisted Love I really was not a big fan of because I found him to be very fucking annoying, but Dante, he's great. I like his whole energy and his vibe, and I'm also more keen to read the other books considering he's a background character, so I want to see more of him. But I definitely enjoyed this, and it's a series that I'm going to want to continue reading for sure. Then I got Undercover Bromance by Lisa K. Adams. So I think I must have been in Sydney at some point. Like I don't remember what I did at the start of the year. It must have been something, but I am only buying these books physically when I've read the book before. So I read the Bromance Book Club, and now I've bought the second book, so I want to read this before I contemplate buying the third one. This is the only series I'm doing this with because I literally most of the time have no chills. So I'm very keen though because I want to read more about these characters, and it's a very wholesome and cute time. Little bit too corny in places, but that's fine. Then I got How to Fake It in Hollywood by Ava Wilder. So this is one that I had on my anticipated reads list like the year before, and this is definitely a different cover than the one that I originally was going to get, but I actually really prefer the simplicity of this. But basically it's fake dating, and I think they're both famous, and I think it's going to be a fun time. I just have not picked it up yet. And I do remember now, I went to see a Frida Kahlo exhibition in Sydney, and I was like, of course I'm going to buy books while I'm there. I have Loathe to Love You by Ali Hazelwood, which I have not read yet. I'm annoyed at myself that I haven't because I love her books. So I haven't even read the freaking 3 short stories, and I know that I will read them, and they will be about tall men who are grumpy, who love their women, and I need to experience it 3 more times. And I have X's and O's by Amy Leah. So this is the one about, she's like had her heart broken many times before, and she assumes that the person that she is meant to be with is one of the guys that she broke up with, and there's this guy that helps her go through and figure it out, but obviously they're going to end up in love. There's no way that's not going to happen, and I think it's going to be a really fun book, and I just know that I probably will like eat this contemporary up. I just haven't read it yet. And I also got Angelica Frankenstein Makes Her Mash by Sally Thorne. Even though I didn't buy this specific copy, I did buy it in January and read it, and low-key despised it. But I can still haul it, and I'm still very much happy that this is my special book, and I love it so much. Okay, February I only got 4 books, so getting a lot better. So I have Chain of Thorns by Cassandra Clare. Have I read this trilogy? No. No, I have not. I have no idea what these books are about, and I have not been spoiled for them, which is so good for me. But I just seem to have this block on my mind to just not read her books anymore because they're so thick. It took me 4 years to finish the Dark Artifices, and that was with a reread in the middle there. So I just haven't done it, and I thought I would read the First Last Hours book this year, but it's not gonna happen. There's too much for me to read, and I have so many books I'm in the middle of that that's more my priority now. But like, I just want to buy them so I can get the collector's first editions for the bonus content. That's all you need. Then I got Secretly Yours by Tessa Bailey, and I didn't realize this book was coming out as soon as it did, so I was really excited when I saw it in the shops. But I have read this one, I listened to it on audiobook, and I really did enjoy it. Then I got The High Mountain Court by A.K. Mulford, so another book that I bought for Rare, and I devoured this book. I absolutely loved it, and I highly recommend picking up this series if you haven't, because the writing in this book and the characters are so good, and it just gave me like, not necessarily ACOTAR vibes, but just the feelings I felt when I was reading ACOTAR, I felt it in this. Like, I had so much fun with this book. Then I got the fine print by Lauren Asher because I've been hearing a lot of things about this series, but I didn't make the connection that it was basically Disneyland, so I went out and bought it, and I have read this one as well, and I loved it. It's such a cute story, and I just highly recommend. Like, every one of the books that I've read besides Angelica, I would really recommend, and then people can read them and talk to me about them. That's all I need. Then in March, I've only got 2 books, and the first of is When You Get the Chance by Emma Lord, which Sasha actually got me for my birthday, so thank you, Sasha. 6 months later that I'm finally talking about the fact that I got this book from you, but I listened to this on audio last year, and I love Emma Lord's books, and I know that there is a new one out, and I just haven't looked on my audiobook site to see if it is there or not, but I do really like her writing. Even though there was things about the main character in this book that pissed me off to no end, I still really recommend reading them because they are really good reads, especially Tweet Cute. Like, it is the best out of them, but I am so thankful to her getting me this, and just yay. Then I got Icebreaker by Hannah Grace, and this is one I'm currently reading. I haven't got much left of it, but just saying, I'm not really vibing with this book. I was so excited and it was so overhyped, and I'm just so disappointed that I don't like it. But I bought this because it's been the hyped book on TikTok and Instagram for ages, and I'm sad that I'm disappointed by it. Then April, I have 4 books, and the first of which is Mysteries of Thorn Manor by Margaret Rogerson. And low-key, I'm really sad that this book is so tiny because it looks weird next to my other hardbacks, but they have to be with the series. But I got this because I saw it at the bookstore and I didn't realize we were going to have Australian copies in this tiny little version, so I was very excited. But yes, I have not picked this up yet, even though it'd be a good one for my Goodreads goal because it's tiny. It's only like 150, 180 pages, but it's a half a book. Like, it's not going to take me long. Then I bought the rest of A.K. Mulford's books because I had to, so I got these all on Amazon because I could not find them in the bookstores, even though we do have them, and I've seen them, like, in the last couple of months I've been seeing them around, but they've been the smaller editions. But I have the Witch's Blade, the Rogue Crown, and the Evergreen Owl, and there's meant to be a 5th one, I'm pretty sure. I have not continued on with the series because I'm a little bit sad that they're all companion novels, and even though I like all the characters that these books are about, I just really love the main characters. Like, Remy and Hale are perfect. Because I didn't have these books at Rare, I've only got signed book plates in them. I put them on this page so that when I hopefully meet her again at another event, she can sign on the actual main page. I realized too that I must have had that thought, but then I did not do it for the newest one because I had to put that sticker in later. May I only got 5 books, but I had to buy Terms and Conditions and Final Offer by Lauren Asher so I can continue on with the series. And again, I have not picked up the next ones, but I'm very excited to. And I also didn't realize there was so much drama with the way that these books just don't match, but I'm glad that, like, yes, my first one does have the 1 and the other 2 don't, and I could have bought the first one again, but I just didn't think it was worth it for a 1. I was like, yes, they're the same size, they're not too far off, but there was a point where each spine was different, so it's good that they did a reprint of matching spines. But I didn't know there was so much drama over this when I first, like, bought the books, and I was just like, I'll just buy it. Then I got The Love Wager by Lynn Painter, and I have not read Mr. Wrong Number yet, which I want to read first before I read this one, but it was a Big W and I saw it and I was like, well, I'll buy it now before it disappears, and I got to buy it online. Because Big W has so stepped up their game of book releases, and I'm so excited about it because I'm just able to buy most of the books I want to read, and that's great. Okay, and I think it's been long enough now that I can mention these books because I got some books from my birthday from my friend who got these in a special edition box that she decided she didn't want them, so she decided to gift them to me, but it took this long for me to get them. But I have the special editions of The Love Hypothesis and Love on the Braid, and I say that I can't show these because I have Love Theoretically as well. So these are the dust jackets that came specially with this box because my friend bought the box for me, but then I paid her back, so she gave me the box. So you know what I mean? Like, she ordered it, but I paid for it, so I got all the cool things. So I have these beautiful, beautiful editions. Like, they are gorgeous, and they have artwork on the back. Like, kill me. And this is my first time ever having this dust jacket thing, so it makes me very excited, but it is just beyond gorgeous. And so there's that one, and the back, and like the spines are beautiful. It's got all the stencil coloring. So I don't get special editions like freaking ever, but these are some of my favorite books, so of course I wanted to get these. But like, they're gorgeous, and it came with character bookmarks and some pins, so I was just so excited. And I have the original dust jackets as well, which is still cool because like they're different colors than the actual covers, which is like really fun. But just, these are so gorgeous, they bring me so much joy. And I don't know if there's going to be more boxes with her books, but like at least they have these ones. But just, they're so pretty. So Love Theoretically I actually got in June, so I only actually have 3 books to show for June, even though it would be 4 with that. But I also pre-ordered 3 books in the month of June, but they haven't turned up yet because they're going to be here in November onwards, because I was pre-ordering special editions, which you will see when I haul them later. So I don't know if it counts when I buy them or it counts when I receive them. But the 3 that I have is Charlie, Love and Cliches by Ella Mays. I own all of her books, all 5 of them, and I haven't even started them yet, but I just want to collect them while I can get these gorgeous covers. So that is something that I'm definitely doing at the moment, even though I should definitely try and read them. But I've heard many good things, so I don't feel like I'm just not going to like them. I had to get Unfortunately Yours by Tessa Bailey because it did finally come out, because when she releases a duology, she only gives you like 4 months in between, which is great because I get to read them way quicker. So I'm currently reading this one and I'm very much enjoying it. So like, I'm more than halfway at the moment and I'm listening to this one on audio as well. And I got King of Pride by Hannah Huang, and no, I haven't read this, but I am very keen. I'm excited to see what's going to happen with these characters, and it's also very thin, so I think it's going to be a really easy read, but I just haven't gotten to it. But there are so many books in this haul especially that I really want to read, because romance books are just all I read now. Like, I have all of these, but I just don't read these, but they're just visually stunning, you know. But I need to get to them, but I'm just not very fast with the reading at the moment. Okay, I have 6 books for July, so I lied. 2 months of the year I bought 6 books in that month. Firstly, I have Set on You by Abbeyleec, because I decided I wanted to buy their first release because I want to read this before I read X's and O's. I don't know why I have this thing about reading authors' first books and contemporaries. Like, mainly it's because there can always be cameos, but I like to see how they progress with their writing, that a lot of the time I really want to read through release date. So I have the book now, but I just don't know when I'm going to get to it. Then I bought all the books that are out for Raven Kennedy. So I've got Glint, Gleam and Glow, because I was kind of paranoid about actually being able to buy the covers that match, because I already have the first one. What's it called? Guild. I have Guild, and like Glow came out and it was in that really big paperback, but then it became the smaller one, and just like the spines match. This is beautiful, and I bought them from Big W, and because I work at Woolworths I get a 10% discount. So my book buying is so good, and then once a month I get an extra discount. So like, help me, because I will go to Big W and I will buy a lot of books because I can. But I just thought it was a good idea. I don't even know if I'm going to like this series, but I'd like them to match. So that's where most of my spending occurs. Then I got Business or Pleasure by Rachel Lynn Solomon. So I've been really liking their books lately, even though I haven't read Weather Girl yet. So again, I'll read Weather Girl, then I'll read this one. The other thing that's annoying me is because it is a Penguin release, it's not the same height as my other books, and it's just like, man, just keep book series to the same size, all contemporary authors, because I haven't bought Emily Henry's new book because they made it a big paperback, and I'm like, why? Why? It's so annoying, and there's so many contemporary people that are doing that lately, and it irritates me so freaking much, I swear. Then I have Chase Me by Tessa Bailey. So I thought this was a new book, but it's not. It's actually one of her old series being rebranded in nicer covers. So I will continue to buy Tessa Bailey books when they all match and they're all pretty, because I love looking at them on my shelves. And the next 2 have come out and I keep seeing them, but I'm like, no, I don't need them yet. Like, same as I have Too Hot to Handle, but I haven't bought the other 3 yet. But I just needed it because it's Tessa Bailey, of course I do. And then I'm going to mention what I got in August, because like, it's nearly the end of the month, like, so I don't see myself buying anything else, so we're just going to talk about them so that I'm completely up to date with all the books I need to haul. So I have The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Posden, and I did reach out to the publishers because they sent me The Dead Romantics and they were like, put your name on this list. And I never received a book, so I decided to buy it myself because I saw it in Big W. Again, all my romances are coming from Big W, and it's just so nice because as an Aussie, it's so hard to buy books. So for Big W to be making it so much easier makes me so happy. But I am excited for this one. It's giving the Lake House vibes and I really want to read this soon. And I just have to say, these are books that I bought from Big W. What? Like, Big W is getting into the fucking dark romances now and I am here for it. And I'm just hoping down the line they do like the deal with the Elf King or Vampire Queen or whatever those books are by Elise Cover. I want them to come out because yes. And I feel like it could potentially happen, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, so I've got A Touch of Malice by Scarlett S. Clare. I think this is the third book. I'm pretty sure it is, but I was very excited because I bought the first two from Kinney Kinnear for like $25 each, and I was able to get this one for $16. So like, so worthwhile. And I just bought Hooked today actually. This is by Emily McIntyre. I know that Sasha really likes this series, so I've been wanting to give it a go, but I also don't know if it's going to be too much for me. So that's why I only bought book 1, because they had books 1, 2, 3 and 5 and I was tempted. But I was like, no, if you don't like it, that's fine. You can just stick with the first book, because I'm just not sure if it's my cup of tea. But I'm just excited. Like, I can't believe Big W sells things like this now. I was making an attempt to pick up all these books, but there is no way. Like, 34 is just too hard to lift up. You saw them all though. I held half of them for the thumbnail. Side note, but if there's any books here that people haven't read yet but they want a buddy read, I would be so up for that, because it would so keep me accountable. But anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!